try, sweating eyes, who am I, champion till I die, every morning, every night, boy, I gotta look alive, now you can hear the crowd going, wow, yeah, you know who's up in the house tonight, the champions are back in your town, feel the stands and make them shout tonight, the champions about to get down.
It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham, and watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time for our tale of the tape. It's Manny Pacquiao. He's got a reach of 67 inches, and his height is 166 centimeters tall. Up against them, Juan Manuel Márquez, It's the Pac-Man. How intimidating would it be to look up and see this man about to fight you? He is one of the absolute best in the history of boxing and has one of the greatest resumes, having defeated 22 world champions. Juan Manuel Márquez, fighting out of Mexico City, a world champion in 4 different weight classes.
You can hardly hear yourself speak. The fans are going mad for this.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from General Santos City in the Philippines, truly one of the all-time greats, boxing's first and only 8-division champion of the world, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. Fighting out of the blue corner, and now from Mexico City, here is the Hall of Fame 4-division champion of the world, Juan Manuel Dinamita Márquez.
We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go.
Which fans are going to be happy? Which fans are going to be sad? I don't know, but it's the argument I love.
What a great venue, and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. We waited a long time, and now we've got this fight. Nice counter shot. It's all offense all the time. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice counter. Good counter punching. They threw the hook. It didn't land. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Your footwork has to be on point when you're fighting a swarmer. If it's not, you're going to get caught in the corner and beaten up.
Oh, man, you've got swarm in your face. You've got to try and push him off, make him go into the rope. You've got to sometimes fight fire with fire. Hit him low on the blind side of the referee. Get him out of there.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Beautiful counter shot. Nice counter shot. It's all offense all the time. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. There's a counter shot. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Come on, switch on, switch on.
Good work out there, the top's working nice.
Here we go, it's round 2. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive. Those counter punches have to hurt. Punch, counter punch. Unlucky to miss with that jab. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. And they figure out the combination to this safe.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punch. Throws the uppercut but misses. He threw a punch and just got countered. Beautiful counter punch. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That jab won't score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao now, Manuel. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Gonna need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it.
The bell rings and we start the third. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
How about that time counter shot? The hand speed in these lighter divisions is always so impressive, but if you can sneak in a power shot every once in a while and sit down on a punch, that's where you separate yourself. That counter shot lands. When are we going to see a jab from these two? They exchange punches. A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know...
Oh my God, Johnny! Márquez is dazed. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. And he scores with the counter. Punch on him. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker.
There's the bell for round 4. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. All right, hook misses. A perfect counter shot. The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Well done with that counter shot. A perfect counter lands. Blocks that jab. The jab doesn't quite connect. Nice counter punch. Beautiful counter shot. Is he going to punch himself out, though? And Márquez goes down. One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Let's talk about Márquez in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
All right, now you're switching on. I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose.
Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away.
Back into the fray here in round 5. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They exchange punches. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Tar, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
I need to...
Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab's slick. It's the same.
Playing back into this. You're better than this, kid.
On to the 6th round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. He got out of the way of that right hook. Beautiful counter shot. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
Hard, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe. And the second fight, he thought this.
And down goes Pacquiao. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
That's lights out right there.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
At the halfway point, there's no doubt who's won this round so far.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over.
Whoa, hold on a second, Johnny. Márquez is hurt. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Be smart when you go out there. Just take the round.
Nice work. Good round. Good round. I like that. I'm happy. Good
Spin around. Get out there and switch on. Get this.
No free shots.
Here comes round 7. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
The straight right just misses. Done with that counter shot. Nope, that hook won't score. Beautiful counter punch. You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Defense is not an option for these two. They exchange punches. Both men step back for just a moment. Counter punches have to hurt. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? And Manny goes down. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You
about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. You gotta wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's gonna be we just saw.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get up.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Catch and shoot. Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Márquez is rocked. And right back into the fray.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. Catch and shoot. You'd like to see more jabs. Márquez is in trouble. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. And down goes Juan Manuel Márquez. Let's see that again.
I've got to see that again.
Many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.
Another one, another gun. All day and just what have I become? No chance, I'm still what they waiting for. No brain on stage, been here before.